After coming off a 1-1 draw to Jamaica on Saturday, the U.S. men's national team is back in action this upcoming Wednesday in St. Louis, Missouri, playing St. Kitts and Nevis in the second Gold Cup group stage game. So with that, we're going to be going over my preferred starting 11 that I think the U.S. should use in this game. I think there's definitely a case to rotate for the game, but in my opinion, I think it is better to play our best team for the remaining two games, as we need to top Jamaica for the group and just be able to rack up those goal differentials, be able to win the games by a decent margin, and be able to get that number one seed moving into the knockout round. I don't think fatigue should be a problem. You have a Wednesday game and a Sunday game, and then you get a week's worth of rest before going into that quarterfinal match. But I'm really looking forward to it. Before we start this video, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more. But yeah, let's go straight into our defenders. Alright, so starting off with our defenders at left back, I have DeJuan Jones. I called for DeJuan Jones to start the game against Jamaica. I thought John Tolkien was fine against Jamaica, has some nice entry passes, decent touches, but I just think DeJuan Jones is a better fit for the team, more technical, has a better athletic profile, is better in the final third. I just think he's pretty good in combination play, making those 1-2s, and he's also a pretty good crosser of the ball, so I think this is a pretty straightforward to give DeJuan Jones a try at left back. Jalen Neal came into the game on Saturday against Jamaica and looked like he was 25, an experienced veteran. So many nice line-breaking passes, picked his head up, and really changed the dynamic of the way that we moved the ball forward. I was super impressed with Jalen Neal. He needs to be starting this game. Miles Robinson is still not 100% coming off an injury, even though he was training. I just think Jalen Neal and Matt Miazga need to start. Miazga is also fine against Jamaica, so I think this is a center-back pairing that needs to be used for this game. And then he can throw in Miles Robinson for that Sunday game. Just give him a few more days rest. And at right back, I have Brian Reynolds. I just didn't think DeAndre Allen did enough on Saturday. And I wanted Brian Reynolds starting coming into this game. It just made a lot of sense. He's missing part of his preseason. I think this is a guy who definitely has an opportunity to show what he can do. Still has a lot of potential, in my opinion. Very good on the ball, pretty solid defender, and great going forward. Has a great cross. So I just think this is the best back line that we can field for this game. And I think we'll do a lot moving the ball forward and getting into the attacking third, especially the fullback. So these would be my four defenders for this game. Alright, and on to our midfield. So we need goals. We need to be able to win this game by a good margin, especially with Jamaica on our backs. So I want to go for a more attacking midfield. I have James Sands as my deeper sixth. I thought he was fine against Jamaica, so give him another go. He can sit in front of that back line and move the ball around. I have Alan Senora as my 8, not exactly in a pivot, just a little bit more advanced than James Sands, but still having some defensive responsibilities. He was okay against Jamaica, but I think this could be a good redemption game for him. And at my 10, I have Georgi Mihailovic. I think he's a better 10 than Alan Senora. Better on the ball, is more decisive with his final pass. So I just think these are the three midfielders that we need to use. We don't really have any box-to-box midfielders. Maybe Busio. Aiden Morris didn't really do enough to impress me. And Roldan's also not really a pivot player. So this would be my midfield for this game. So we'll see how it pans out, though. Alright, and moving into the front three, I have Cade Cowell, Jesus Ferreira, and Alex Sendejas. So for me, Cade Cowell did more in his cameo against Jamaica than Jordan Morris just starting the game. And Jordan Morris was also not part of first team training today because of an injury. So Cade Cowell starting the game on the left just makes a lot more sense. I hope he can be able to use his pace and put in some crosses and be able to be an attacking influence in this game. Now, striker to toss it between Jesus Ferreira and Brandon Vasquez. I do think Vasquez definitely makes the case. He scored on Saturday. Is a bigger presence in the box because especially with a team against like St. Kitts, we should have a line share of the possession, being able to get a lot of good opportunities to cross the ball into Brandon Vasquez. But I just think Jesus Ferreira had a pretty good game on Saturday. Offers a lot holding the ball up, dropping and combining with players. And he can also score some goals against some lower competition teams. So for me, I would go with Jesus Ferreira, but I can totally understand if you want to start Brandon Vasquez. And Alex Sendejas has to start on the right. There's nobody else except for maybe Christian Roldan or Julian Gresso, but Alex Sendejas is just better than those two players. I want to see him more involved in this game, maybe dropping into the midfield more, getting some more touches because he was pretty quiet in that Jamaica game. But I'm still really looking forward to Alex Sendejas starting. Alright, just to wrap it up, this is just kind of a better graphic of what the lineup should look like. So obviously Matt Turner in goal, Jalen Neal and Matt Miazga as my center back pairing with DeJuan Jones and Brian Reynolds as my fullbacks, James Sands and Alan Senora as my deeper lying midfielders. So the James Sands should be sitting a little bit deeper than Senora. I want Senora at least more advanced and involved in the build-up. And then I have Georgi Mihailovic as my 10 with Cade Cowell, Alex Sendejas as my wingers, and then Jesus Ferreira up top. So I think this is a pretty solid team. It should be able to win this game by multiple goals, but we'll just have to see. Anyways, that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I've said before, this is a pretty weak St. Kitts and Nevis team. We should be able to win this game by 4, 5, 6 goals no matter who we put on the field. We just have more quality. I do want to see the A team. I do think there are some guys with some things to prove. Even though the performances won't necessarily reflect what it's going to do against better competition, we should still put out our A team and look to top the group and beat out Jamaica. So looking forward to this game. Make sure those comments down below. Tell me what I got wrong and who you would start in this game if it were up to you. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.